about Born This Way Foundation. What was the moment that it started? What was the thing?
Well, you know, I started writing the album, Born This Way, and the experience writing the album was extremely therapeutic for me to reveal to myself things that I didn't always want to admit. You know, I think a lot of what we're doing here today and what I'm hoping that you all take away from this is that you don't need to or should not feel like a victim in this situation. In fact, nobody can help you more than you can help yourself. And when I was writing Born This Way, I was asking myself how I really felt. I was asking myself how I really felt, how I really synthesized my life, how I synthesized my past. And what I discovered was that there was a lot of repressed anger and rage and sadness that I had not dealt with for years. And I looked out into the sea of my amazing fans every night, and I saw, I say this sometimes, like tiny mirrors in a disco ball reflecting back at me. I saw lots of little versions of myself. And the truth is that we share in our stress, we share in our anxiety, and we're here today because it is the parts of our brain that handle stress that also handle our physical pain, our emotional pain. It comes from the same place. And we're here, and we're so grateful to the Center of Emotional Intelligence for embracing us and working with us, because we want to put it out there into the world that there is a strategy for everyone to feel better. But how can we, like the Chancellor was saying, stop telling kids how to do things and what they should do and start listening to what it is that we can do for you.
Most people who are wildly successful stars kind of have a career for a long time, and then when they're thinking about retiring, they say, you know, I should start a foundation. And you're doing it literally in the...
I'm a more unconventional type.
Yeah. So...
I like to do things backwards, mixed up. But actually, I don't see a distinction between my work as an artist and my work as a staff member for the Born This Way Foundation. I actually crossed out staff. I wrote artist and romantic, because I view them as one and the same. I think anyone here that is has known any of my work or is a fan of my music or my shows knows that I don't deviate from this message in anything that I do. It's part of me, and it is part of my spirit as Stephanie. I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. I invented myself, Lady Gaga. I curated my life to be an expression of my pain. This is how I overcame my depression, is by creating somebody that I felt was stronger than me. But once I went through all sorts of changes, my career taking off, becoming more isolated, you know, nothing was able to fix how I was genetically made. I was born this way. So how do we now, knowing all of that, no matter how much success you have, no matter how many opportunities, fame, fortune, no matter how many people accept you to your face, the person that really needs to accept you is you. And that's why we're here today, is we're going to talk about why it's important to accept yourself, why it's important to empower yourself, and why it's important that emotional intelligence is taken seriously. And I really loved what the Chancellor said. She said, we can't only have an academic standard. We have to have an emotional and a social standard. Sorry, took notes. I'm at Yale.